And we're back. This is Third Coast Radio. Thank you for tuning in. If you are just tuning in, we have a special guest in the studio. I'm in here with Kayla Renee. I got Super Smart Chick. We got DJ Java in the place to be. And as promised at the top of the show, we have none other than Big Sexy.
Hi.
Big Sexy. Anissa Hampton in the studio with us today. And she's going to be talking about the great music that we have been playing already on Third Coast Radio. She's going to talk about what she's got going on, man, and tell you where you can see her next, because she performs live all over the state of Mississippi. So we're interested in seeing where she's going to be next. So, Big Sexy, appreciate you for being here.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
We are very happy to have you inside of the studio. So, just to, give a little background for the people who might not be familiar with Big Sexy, who might not be familiar with Anissa Hampton. Tell them about yourself. Tell them where you're from, claim to fame, how you got into music, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Oh, it's just so simple. Anissa Hampton. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. I've been living here in Jackson.
What side of Chi-Town you from?
Oh, West Side.
West Side.
Yes. Yes, and I've been here in Jackson for over 30 years, so you might as well just say I'm from here too as well.
Jackson.
Yeah, and of course, I started in the music business at a very, very, very young age.
Mm-hmm.
I say in the church.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I started singing background for local artists as Keisha Pratt, a couple times for Larry Johnson, a couple of people in town.
Mm-hmm.
I currently now sing background for Willie Clayton.
Okay.
So we have and I sung a couple of times background for Calvin Richardson as well on that Southern Soul scene. So right now, here we are. This is about to be my 5th single coming up. I got my album I'm about to finish up in the next month or so, and this is where we are right now.
We are excited, man. We are excited. So talk a little bit about, and I've seen, you perform live, and a lot of the amazing performers that perform, live at different venues in the city. And people come out, regularly, consistently to see you guys perform. But and a lot of times you will see, a lot of these singers that'll be singing back up for some of the other singers, or they'll sing back up for some of their colleagues, or they'll sing back up. And you kind of see familiar faces, you kind of see musicians, and you kind of see backup singers.
Right.
And talk about the community, and talk about, how the backup singer thing works. Do you get a phone call? You guys will sit around. Is there a schedule that you guys go on? Like, how do y'all end up, kind of hooking up and collaborating with each other, and you guys helping each other during your live show?
That's exactly what we do. Throughout the years, singing with different artists, everybody kind of knows everybody in Jackson. So we all get together, and if you need someone, you call someone. Or you text someone and say, hey, we need background for blah, blah, blah. And it goes from there.
So they send you the music? What happens?
A lot of times we'll end up going to a rehearsal.
What's the shortest period of time that you've had to get ready to sing back up with somebody?
A night.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you're pretty good,
a lot of time in the job.
But if you're pretty good,
2 hours.
Yeah, that's probably a night. But if you're good like that, and people that makes them want to keep calling you back.
I'm trying to get good like Big Six.
Me too.
Only needs 24 hours or less of prep time.
For background. Now we're not talking about solo. We're talking about background.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get to that in 1 second. I just wanted, because it was interesting. All of the people that you said that you sung back up for, those are a lot of big names, and you sung back up for a lot of your colleagues here. And is there any reservation, because artists, as we know, have egos, and artists are very sensitive about their music and about their creativity. So, is there ever any, or have you seen reservations from artists when people have asked them to sing back up, or have you ever been in that position where you felt like, I'm kind of really into me now and kind of pushing myself as an artist? And
never had that attitude. I'm very humble. I know where my beginnings began. Mm-hmm. So I will always start low. I mean, if you want me to sing background for you, if you want me to put vocals down for you, if you want me to sing on a song with you, you want me to travel with you, I'm good with that. Mm-hmm. And I'm very versatile at what I do. So singing is not everything. Right. Singing is not all that I do. So yes, of course, and I think you have to be very versatile, not just musically. So I bring a lot of stuff to the table. So I'm never that type of person that just.
So you say you started out singing in the church, and it kind of evolved. Did you start out with aspirations for you to do your own thing and be a solo artist, or did it just kind of evolve over time?
It evolved. Hanging with Keisha Pratt for so many years. I think I was with her for almost 20 years.
Shouts out Keisha Pratt.
Yes, very much in Houston, Texas now, but being up under her and grooming up under her, it just happened because at first I was like, I'm not gonna go and do this solo thing. I'm just gonna be background, and I'll just do that for however long I want to. And everybody said, well, why don't you move out? Why don't you move up? Move on. And that's how that happened. But I would rather be background. So.
So I think in the Southern Soul genre, it's probably one of the most accepting when it comes to curvy, full-size women. Do you have any problems navigating that arena, being curvy?
I'm very comfortable in my
Big
size.
Yeah,
sexy,
being sexy.
And not just Southern Soul, blues as well.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Most
So
definitely.
it doesn't matter what size you are. I take it as I get it. I don't care. I go in R&B if I want to, even country.
Right.
And I do still sing classical music and stuff as well. So I'm like I say, I'm versatile at what I do, and it's no shame about that.
I definitely heard that classical tone on you did Angels on High for Christmas for the holidays.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I like the versatility.
Got it.
So some curvy women have a thing about the term BBW. Does that bother you being called that or not?
I am BIGGSC.
You better know it.
Why?
Big sexy.
Yes, ma'am. I wish the radio listeners could see her right now. I love it.
Represent for the big girls.
And we appreciate it.
Regardless.
That's
Yes.
dope. That's dope.
That's what's up. So speaking of versatility, you also host the TBS show.
Yes.
So how did you maneuver, into the talk show world?
Well, actually, my friend Kim Horde, she and I were, she had started a new thing, and she started interviewing people, and I never knew how to get it started. So I started with her for a couple of episodes, doing little live stuff here and there. And I thought I could do that. I like to talk and mess around and talk that smack. So I might as well get involved, and that's how that happened. It was just like the next weekend I was in it.
Oh, wow.
It was going forward, and I knew it could last a little while because there's so many artists in Mississippi.
Most definitely.
And I've interviewed several outside of Mississippi, but I was trying to gear more towards those in Mississippi, for those people who do not know who Tamara Tate is, or for those folk who may not know who Tiffany Coleman is, who's a gospel rapper. They don't know about folk like that, and that's why I want to build a platform for them.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about the new project. You said the new project is getting ready to come out. So talk a little bit about this new project and when people can expect it, and then let's talk about some of the inspiration behind some of the music on this new project.
Working on the last song actually this week or first of next week to finish the album is called Variations of Me. So it'll have a little Southern Soul, a little taste of R&B, it'll have a little taste of blues,
Those things kind of mesh together pretty well.
They really do, and they can go no matter what you sing. It can go into wherever you go.
Yeah, most definitely.
So that's what it is. I'm trying to finish that on up, and then I may linger on over to something else that I haven't mentioned, and try to do.
Can you give us a little,
just a little exclusive, just a little
something over on that other side? See, I tend to stay here because it's but I might just venture on over to the other side.
To the pop side.
To the countryside.
To the
countryside.
All right, now y'all heard it here first.
We ready.
On Third Coast Radio, y'all heard it right here. Y'all heard it right here. So when y'all see it, just know it's in here first.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about how long is it taking you to do this project?
Let's see. I wrote Big Sexy in 2018. That was the only song I had at that time, and I've written 8 or 9 songs since then, and that's what's gonna be the ending of the album that we're trying to do now. So
are you doing the writing yourself, or do you have some
writing myself?
Fantastic.
All writing myself, and that was my first song in 2018, Big Sexy. I was like, I don't know how to write. I mean, all these other people know how to do it. I don't know how to do that. And then I thought about it. Someone told me, all you have to do is talk out what you like. It's like a story. And I thought about it. I said, if I just write it down, it may not make sense, but I know how to rhyme. So if I can put me a little rap song in there, we don't get a little rap going. Okay. And then we can roll like that. So that's how we come. That's how we got it.
That's excellent. Now talk about who's some of the producers that you work with on this record.
Only two. Only two producers.
All right.
Nope. Take that back. I have Dexter Allen.
Okay.
Who's doing 2 songs, I believe. William Brown, and also Kevin Johnson. We call him KJ.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the 3 producers.
Fantastic. So when you decided to put this project together, was there an underlying theme for the entire project? Is there something that you want people who hear this new project, do you want them to listen to it and take away one thing, or did you want to touch on a lot of different feelings and a lot of different influences on this record?
Of course, different feelings, different influences. My girl that I love so dearly, Whitney Houston, is who I grew up on, even on cassette tapes back in the day. We started rolling with that. I just want you to feel what I felt when I recorded these types of songs, and they're all different types of voices. It's still me. It's just different types of voices. So that's what I'm hoping. Everybody's happy. They're excited.
All right.
Good to go.
All right.
Now, you mentioned on the show you be talking that spec. I like that word. I'm feeling it. With Southern Soul, sometimes their lyrics can be a little bit risque. Why do you think? Why do you think Southern Soul is able to get away with it in a way that like other genres like hip hop can't?
It's only for the South.
Okay.
Southern Soul, if you think about it, it's only in the South. It's only in Mississippi. It's only in Florida.
Right.
It's only there. If you go up further, like some shows we've done in the past with Willie Clayton, even in St. Louis, a couple places in Chicago, it's just what we do. It's gonna be raunchy. It's almost like the old blues with Millie Jackson.
Yes.
It's there and worse, but it works. It works. And it sells.
It works. My mom loves it.
Yes.
Loves y'all little raunchy music.
So as an artist that performs live a lot, we are in the midst of a pandemic, and for creatives all over, it's been a very slow time, and there was a period when people weren't able to gather and hear live music, but that has since opened up a little bit. People are going out and doing some things now. So when the pandemic hit, as a creative and as you were putting this music together, how were you able to stay busy and stay creative during the times when a lot of stuff was shut down?
Well, I don't think I was busy. What I did keep busy doing was writing. I think it was very important that if you weren't or are an artist, you should have at least written 4 or 5 songs by now. And finishing up an album, or finished an album and you're working on the second. It was a lot of time to be spent doing that. And I've only performed, I believe it, might have been the only place I really performed within that time frame. But I'll be there again at the end of February.
Very good. Very good. So we're looking forward to that. And we have a segment here, back in the lab and back on the road that we haven't been able to do for a long while because nobody's been on the road. So we're looking forward to being able to tell people about, your show at the end of February. Now, before we, tell people how to get in touch with you, there's a particular song that we're getting ready to play. I want to make sure I got the title correct because I wanted to get some backstory on the song, because you said that you wrote the songs. So we're going to see, if you were maybe, perhaps, influenced by some real life, some real life events to put this song together. What's the title of it again?
Do you really want to leave me?
Do you really want to leave me? I want to make sure that I had that together. So do you really want to leave me? Is that from life experiences? Is that from the life of Big Sexy? Tell us about the inspiration about that song. And you can go as real and as deep as you want to go.
Well,
we all family here. We all
song,
family.
It's a blues tune, and it's saying, do you really want to leave me? When you begging to leave, you begging to stay. Now you want me to come on back. I need you to swing that thing my way. So
You better talk about it.
I'm too young. I'm too young.
It's just trying to, get that man on over there like he's supposed to.
When he swings
Like
it, you
he's
stand
supposed
in.
to.
What the song say?
Let's
Stand
talk
up
about
in
it.
it.
Stand,
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Let me sit
Marcia,
down.
you
In
okay?
it. I'm too young.
We're good. It's good. is good.
You know, whenever
I'm not in the studio.
we get in that conversation, I got to look over at Java and make sure that we good.
Composure.
You know what I'm saying?
We good. We
Yeah, make sure. Next thing, wrap it up. Just give it the wrap it up style. But seriously though, for those people that want to get in touch with you, if they want to follow you on social media, give them all of the social media handles, man, and how they can get in touch with you.
Facebook, Anissa Hampton. Facebook, Anissa Hampton Plus. Instagram, Anissa Hampton Plus. Website, AnissaHampton.live. Or you can contact me at Hampton, ENT90@gmail.com.
Okay.
All of those ways. All right.
Damn.
So Big Sexy, we appreciate you being in the studio.
Yes.
Y'all look out for that
Great
new
music.
project when
Yes.
it drops. You know, we cover all genres here on Third Coast Radio, man. So when we have the Southern Soul singers, they come into the building, we always have a fantastic time, man. We're gonna be right back with some more Big Sexy right after this.
You brought the energy.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me get you to do a drop before we start recording.
Sure.
Introduce yourself, and then at the end you're gonna say you're listening to Third Coast Radio.
You're listening to Third Coast Radio.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I can remember. You know, I'm old now. This stuff comes. You're listening to Third Coast Radio. Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Whenever you're ready.
This is Anissa Hampton, Big Sexy from Jackson, Mississippi, and you are listening to Third Coast Radio.
Only the second person to get it one time.
One hill.
2021 is
proud
off to a good
myself.
start.
Don't play with
It's off to
them.
a good start.
Last two people got it on the
That's
first try.
crazy.